Imagine walking into a massive sports bar on a Sunday. You look up, and there are, 16 different games playing simultaneously on 16 different screens.
Right?
Have you ever wondered how that actually works without creating just a tangled nightmare of cables hidden behind the drywall? Welcome to a new deep dive into the hidden hardware that powers the screens and sounds in your everyday environments. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, we completely take that seamless experience for granted, don't we? Behind the scenes, there's a dedicated piece of hardware doing some really intense heavy lifting. Specifically, the Wolfpack fixed HDMI matrix switcher.
Right, like their 16 by 16 model?
Exactly. It's taking 16 distinct inputs, so like streaming boxes or satellite feeds, and routing them to 16 independent displays.
I used to picture this like a high-speed train switchyard, just directing different video trains to different TV tracks. But it's actually doing a lot more than just physical routing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's actively converting the data.
It has to. I mean, the Wolfpack handles crisp 1080p and 4K resolution at 30 hertz. The problem is, standard HDMI cables can only carry that much dense visual data about 50 feet before the signal degrades.
And in a massive commercial venue, 50 feet is nothing.
Oh yeah, totally useless. So the switcher actually converts that bulky HDMI video data into highly efficient network packets and sends them over CT6 cables.
Wait, like the same Ethernet cables you use for internet?
Right, exactly the same. That mechanism allows the pristine video signal to travel up to 450 feet.
Wow.
Plus, it ties into control systems like Crestron or even just free mobile apps. So a bartender can just tap an iPad to instantly change the game on screen 4.
Okay, I have to push back on the hardware design itself, though.
Sure.
This is a fixed switcher, meaning it has a hard limit of 16 inputs and 16 outputs.
Right.
If I'm outfitting a multi-million-dollar venue, why wouldn't I always buy a modular switcher with swappable cards?
Right, to upgrade later.
Yeah, wouldn't a sports bar or a corporate office want to future-proof their setup rather than being locked into a rigid box?
Well, you'd think so, but it comes down to architectural reality. If you are wiring a static environment, say a bar with exactly 16 TVs bolted to the wall, you just don't need infinite expansion.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, a fixed unit is plug and play right out of the box, and you aren't paying a massive premium for empty expansion slots you'll realistically never use.
That makes sense. But getting the video right is really only half the battle. If the audio routing is off, you're sitting there watching a hockey fight while listening to the golf commentary.
Which nobody wants.
Exactly. So what handles the invisible network of sound in these massive spaces?
Well, what's fascinating here is the processor handling the audio math. It's the QSC Core NANO Q-SYS. It runs around $2,765, and it's a 1U half-width box.
Wait, so it's barely larger than a hardcover book?
Yeah, it takes up almost no space on an equipment rack, yet it replaces entire closets of old audio gear. I mean, it manages 64 by 64 networked audio channels.
That's incredible.
And it also features 8 acoustic echo cancellation processors, which basically mathematically eliminate that terrible screeching feedback loop you sometimes hear on microphones.
Oh, nice.
Plus, it has dual voice-over IP instances.
Meaning it can route external phone calls directly into the building's overhead audio system, right?
You got it.
But here's where it gets really interesting. While the Nano is built for slightly lower channel capacity than a massive enterprise server, its superpower is adaptability. Let's say an older hospital wants this cutting-edge digital brain, but they still have a bunch of legacy analog speakers and microphones wired into the ceilings.
Right, and they definitely don't want to rip out the drywall.
Exactly. They don't have to rip out the drywall.
Yeah, they just pair the Nano with Atero Tech Series devices. Those devices act as physical translators.
Oh, okay.
They take the old analog electrical signals and convert them into digital network audio. It effortlessly bridges the gap between legacy infrastructure and modern networked processing.
So what does this all mean? Ultimately, these invisible workhorses, the Wolfpack converting and pushing video and the QSCCORENANO translating and balancing audio, they are the unsung heroes of our modern spaces.
Yeah, they handle millions of data conversions per second, so you can just enjoy the game or clearly hear a critical page in a bustling clinic.
The next time you're in a perfectly synced venue, look around for the blinking lights of those rack devices keeping the chaos at bay. And as this commercial-grade technology shrinks in size and drops in price, it leaves you wondering, how long until our own homes require a dedicated AV matrix just to manage our increasingly complex digital lives?